Mercury retrograde in his own house. So everything is going to be ass backwards freaking chaos. It's just going to be Looney Tunes. I wouldn't even want to think about what's going to be on the 4th. So in air, we have Mars, Neptune, and they're calling this, see, Taurus. Every other astrologer's calling this Gemini. Every single one. But Stellarium and the stars are calling it Taurus, which says we are on the fixed cross. We are in Aquarius. So we have to, at least we have one bar of the fixed cross already marking a solstice. And it's the one you call the height. It's the longest day of the year. It's the power of the sun. And it's being eclipsed in Venus's house. So I know I'm going to catch flack from everybody about this, because I'm literally the only one that's going to tell you it's in Taurus, and that the effect is going to have, this is work hard for the money. This is about hard work. This is Freemasonry. It's happening over the sun pillar in Freemasonry. Beetlejuice and Soph represent the sun pillar. Rigel and Beatrix represent the moon pillar. They won't even let you name Beatrix anymore. But it's happening over the sun pillar, and when it's water eclipsing fire, and it's an internal war. You need to understand what's going on is an internal war between solar astrology and lunar astrology, between Eastern an Eastern mindset and an Eastern tradition against a Western tradition. This is East against West. And where do you need to be? And this is, you have to give, this is on the line to me. Because like I said, this is going to pop in, this solstice will pop in and out until it's all the way over. That's why it takes 216 years. And their freaking leap year, which we're going to get rid of that. We're going to go to a calendar that's 8 days a week, 9 weeks a cycle, 5 cycles of 72. 8 times 9 is 72. 5 cycles is 360. You mark the turn of each cycle, which are 5, and that gives you 365. We're going to 8 days a week. We're going to get a new day. A new day. A new way. A whole new way of thinking. And we're coming off the base 6 Babylonian timeline, which is what it is. But that's when we get to Aquarius, because we're going to remember what time it really is. And you're going to remember who you are, and you're going to remember you already knew all of this. That you've always known this. We're really going to wake up. This woke crap right now is the deepest nightmare I've ever seen humanity under. There's nothing woke about it. You're still in the dream. I call it faux woke. It's joke woke. Because it's all about the body. It's all about what color you are. It's all about victimization. It's all about what gender you are. Victimization. That divide and divide. That those two fish, keep them divided. The only thing we need to be pulling together are ourselves. Ourselves. So you've got emotion fixing them. You got to think about this eclipse. Thank goodness it's here in Aquarius, because it's moving into Pisces. The emotions are fixing to go bipolar. When Mars is on the feminine axis, especially in this water, he comes off as extremist. He's either, there's no gray area. He's going to just be off the charts emotionally. Everybody will. Everybody has to deal with this Mars in Pisces. I'm just thankful that the way I see this, Mars is still in Aquarius, and this eclipse is going down in Taurus. And that eclipse that's going to mean a big change for what we call Freemasonry, the severity pillar. This is from their own legends. From their own legends. Yeah, big hit. Especially with Venus in the house. And she's going to come right over the evil eye. The real evil eye is this star. But masculine eye, feminine eye. They call it the evil eye. Oops. Oh, she's in retrograde too. So we've got a Venus retrograde. I wasn't even aware of that. See, I've not been paying attention. We've even got a Venus coming out of retrograde. So everybody's retrograde in their own house. Saturn's retrograde in his own house. Mercury's retrograde in his own house. Venus is retrograde in her own house. And Mars fixing to move into, and he's not retrograde, that I know. Fixing to move into Pisces and become completely unstable. Mutable sign, mutable water, unstable. Feel like you're drowning. But that's just incredible. 4 planets in their own houses retrograde. On an eclipse, on the solar pillar, on the summer solstice. If that's not a look, see, when the word in the Bible is called behold. He says behold, that means look, pay attention, see. Pay attention eclipse, pay attention eclipse on the solstice, pay attention eclipse on the solstice, on the solar pillar. 4 planets all in their own houses retrograde. Everybody's going to take a hit. They're going to play every card they have in their hand. They don't have anything to lose. They want to keep you in fear, afraid, unstable, unsure, doubt. You want to know what kills manifestation? Doubt. You want to know why you can't manifest? Because you're given too many choices. And you have to pick that one thing. When you make a wish, it's got to be that one thing. Oh, I want a dress. What color? Who knows? 100 different colors. You're given too many choices. You need to find that one thing. And you meditate on that. You focus on that. You put everything else down and everything else aside. And you'll manifest it. You can wish it into being, literally. But this is going to be chaos off the charts. Coronavirus and the protest, riots, that's nothing. It's nothing. It's going to get crazy. They're probably going to play the blue beam card. They'll play probably an alien card. They'll play every card they have to. As long as it creates panic and chaos. And it'll give them an excuse to get their blue hats on the ground. They're moving ahead with the agenda. Whether they're really playing their cards too fast. They should have. They're panicking. They're panicking. They don't know what to do with all this. They don't know how they can combat all of the energy from the heaven that's actually turned on them. And when I talk about they, I'm talking about those who serve the powers of this age. Mercury and Jupiter. And Jupiter rules ideology and philosophy here. Religion. Groupthink here. So it's about what you believe and your desires and empire. And then Mercury rules commerce. He's the banker. You got the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. He's the banker. He bakes the dough. He's the baker banker. Then you've got the candlestick maker is Jupiter. He's religion. He has the light. He shows you the way. You got to have a novena. You get your candle. And then the butcher is Mars. He's the middle, that line in the X on the Chi-Rho. Let's do the Chi-Rho again. I'm going to just keep showing y'all this till you get it. Jupiter has one axis. Mercury has the other. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces, water and fire. Mercury rules air and Gemini, and Earth and Virgo. The MJ, MM, all everywhere, JJ. And then the one down the middle, that's Mars. That is the masculine axis of the cardinal cross. Libra would be here, but to have Libra, you would have to have that other piece. They eliminated the one side, so they demonized Libra, which is the heart. So this is emotion, desire, empire, commerce, or it's not the money, it's the trade, like Wall Street. It's commerce. We're under maritime law. And Mercury rules navigation, communication, logic, and intelligence. And now this cross is Peter's dying. So this cross is now upside down and mirrored. So you have MM and M down here and JJ. And that's what's going on now, because Peter's dying upside down. He's Peter the Jew Peter. Our language is backwards. I have been very interested the past couple years. I've been watching a few different people who have been doing the research into reverse speech. And I find it very fascinating. And I notice, because it's the subconscious speaking, and I notice how, like English, they, like the normal languages, they put the normal languages, yeah, English is abnormal. They put the verb before the subject, the adjective before the subject, and we put the subject before the verb in English. It's different from other languages. And the subconscious is opposed to English. It turns it back the other way. When your subconscious speak, it's putting the adjective before the noun. So I've watched these people, and when they're translating this, they're not aware of this fact. And I'm seeing it clearly. I keep wanting to restructure the saying, the sentence. They'll do a sentence in reverse speech, and the way my brain is putting it back in the right order, it actually it changes the meaning of it. And that's how the scribes scribbled the scriptures and gave us Bible, Bibble, Babble at Babylon. And all of this began with me with unbibbling the scribble. All of it. I wouldn't have believed any of it had it just come from me from astrology or even alchemy. But once you put them all together, it's incredible. It's like having the script or the manual and being able, I read it. I read the images like they are words. All right. I think I'm going to cut this here. I'm an hour and a half into this. It's actually 1:41 in the morning for me. And I've got a lot to do. I just stopped everything because I set aside I wanted to watch the eclipse on the internet. But then I also wanted to share with you guys. So I'll get this processed and try to have it upload by in the morning. And this is the beginning. I would just be prepared. I hate fear porn. So by no means do I want to make anybody afraid. But what's going to happen is going to happen. If you haven't prepared yourself by now, you just need to be in a good place with you. You do you. You can't control what other people do or what they think or what they say. But always be prepared in chaotic times for your family or a bug out. You know, the weather is off the charts around the world, and all the channels I used to watch with the weather, they're just gone. They're not letting us see anything anymore. They just deleted every damn one of them. And but I know how chaotic it is out there. I know what's going on. And we just need to center yourself. You do you. And because this winter solstice coming up, you got 6 months. The next one is going to seal the deal for you. And whatever you're doing, whatever your plans are, whatever you're projecting, whatever chakra you're running off of, that's going to determine what the next 20 years is going to be like for you. So you can see where they want us. They want us in chaos, because that's when they have the most power. And because who can defend themselves when they've got the public in chaos? They've got us fighting each other, so we leave them alone. They're just doing what they want because we're all fighting with each other. All right, people. A lot of you don't know. When I tell you, you know what you need to do. You know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a kind person. You're supposed to go out every day and commit a random act of kindness. And you do it until it becomes second nature to you. You commit those random acts of kindness to a complete stranger. Open a door, a smile, say thank you. Tell that cashier you appreciate them, instead of being a Karen all over their ass because they made a mistake. Help your fellow man any way you can. If you can't find a random act of kindness, create one. If you can't find somebody in need, just create it out of thin air. And just be as kind as you can be. When you're doing that, you're banking karma. Saturn rules karma. Karma's coming. There is a payoff. They call it karma and dharma. You need to make sure you're in the good. You need to, it's better than putting money in the bank, is to have karma, or as Matt would call it, soul tokens. Yeah, and I'll have to thank Matt too. I've got a lot of Matt subs over here. I'm starting to notice more and more of you coming on over. Welcome aboard. You're kind of late to the game. You've got a lot of homework to do, but his group is a very intelligent, educated group. It's not going to take you long to catch on. Just go watch a few videos. Each one is a piece of a puzzle. And once you watch enough of them, you'll start to see the big picture. But it's hard to come in this late in the game and try to understand what's going on. But I try my best to keep it on as low of a level as I can. I really want to use big words and not have to stop and explain myself, and I just want to be able to go through a 5-minute video and go, well, this is here and here and here, and that's what this means, and this is what might happen. And we're in duality, so which are the two pillars. We're in the duality. So take yourself out of duality, get on the middle pillar, get on the fixed cross, take up your cross and follow him. And we'll get there. Slowly but surely we'll get there. And I'd like to take this time to thank everybody that's donated to my channel. I've gotten a couple wouldn't be here without you. I would still be stuck in Las Vegas. And that's a really bad place to be right now, and especially coming up. Those of you in big cities, you need to prepare the most. You have no idea what's coming. These people are desperate, and they will do anything and everything. There's nothing sacred where they're concerned. Nobody and no thing is sacred to them. All right now they're in they're trying to save their ass mode. That's what's going on. They know they're fixing to lose everything, and they're going to do anything they can to hang on to it. And they know they're going to take a hit. And to me, like I said, I think this is just the deadly wound. We will see this beast is not done yet. And it's not going to go quietly into that dark night. All right, people. You do you, and bank you some karma. Especially today. Great day to bank karma. Because remember, it's like a camera, a shutter camera. And the universe is taking a picture of you right now. What do you want it to see? How do you want to be remembered? What do you want to manifest for the next 20 years? But this is Leviathan. This is Ishmael. Ishmael, man of God. Right? The king here. They call me Ishmael. And he's after the big fish. And so Moby Dick is an encoded story for the age of Aquarius. All stories, I don't care what they are or where they come from. I don't care if you think they come out of your imagination. There is no new thing under the sun or the moon. But we have a new thing coming, that a mystery that's been hidden since the foundation of the world. Here's the foundation. And it's been hidden since the beginning. And we've been told the beginning from the end. So the end is the beginning. We start the circle over. But this time around, we're going to get a new zodiac. A new one. A great one. Not this amalgamation Frankenstein that we have. So we're in this dark night. We're at the end of lunar astrology. Peter is being crucified upside down. The king that requested to go to heaven is finally in the heavens, crucified upside down. You know, we've all been crucified on one of those crosses. And we think of crucifixion as death. To me, I've told you, when you come into the body, you died. You're in death. The body is dirt. You are entrapped in dirt and water, which is so this age. Water, earth, dirt and water. We're at the beach because Virgo is the shifting sands. Don't build your house on the sand. This is the shifting sand. That will happen. No choice. It must. It's one of those things that must happen. It will. I don't care what anybody says, thinks, or whatever. For this age to end, Canada has to first fall away from Britain. Come out of her. Come out of her. This is the her right now. Is Virgo. Remember, we're being crucified upside down. So we've got mutable earth is now in rule, which is quicksand. So we're at the beach. We're right where the water meets the sand. And that's paradise. The powers that be are trying to control this circle. Good luck with that. It controls us. We don't control it. The only way that we can control this circle is through people. And by changing the circle and teaching the people a perverted circle, which is exactly what has occurred. And it occurred, but the flood occurred because of that. So they could change the zodiac from the beginning. So they rewrote the past to create a new future. But we're going to get a new Jerusalem, which is a new zodiac. And there'll be no temple therein. The third eye does not have a temple. There is no third temple. The third temple is already inside your head. It's in your mind to go within. Know thyself. People are asking me questions about how do I meditate? How do I do this? Your life is actually already laid out. It's in your chart. For those who are drawn to this, my advice to you is, it's going to sound strange, but the best way to meditate is to be in water. It's the universal solvent. We are in the process, in the middle of an alchemical process of humanity itself is in the middle of this alchemical process. This process of alchemy has one purpose: to extract the essence or quintessence of a thing. It's birthing souls. It's birthing souls. So you die when you come into the body, and you are born when you come out of the body. Everything here is backwards. We're an upside down backwards world. Our thinking is backwards. Everything about us is backwards. All that's fixing to change as we move into Aquarius. And Aquarius, we are seeing subtleties of the age of Aquarius come in, especially with those being born now. Those being born now, even through the past 100 years, there's a lot of us that have been born that we know we don't belong in this world. There's something wrong here. We don't belong here, and we know it. Paul made a statement. We're in this world age. We're in this world age of Pisces, but we're not of this world age of Pisces. Now, Pisces itself is a great sign. It's feminine. It's merciful. It's groupthink, power in numbers. It's community. It's the gathering. It's water, so it's go with the flow with that groupthink. Go along to get along. But at the same time, it's illusion and deception. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is desire. It's ruled by desire. This whole age, all of us are ruled by desire. You can look at your Jupiter and know Jupiter rules your belief system. One, what you believe, and two, your desires. So wherever Jupiter is in your chart, whatever sign it's in, that's your desire. It's also what you believe. But you have to remember, you have to do the 3 pillars. But this stuff, it's 99.44 accurate what I'm doing. And that's scary to me. This circle is so perfect in what it does and its purpose. It's not evil. You read statements, well, God told us astrology's bad. Which God? This God right here in Aries, he said, this is a commandment. Thou shalt have no images of anything in heaven or earth. Why is that? What about fire and water? Can we have those images? Absolutely. It's not what he said, it's what he didn't say. So, he's a God of fire and ice. Of course you can't have images of heaven and earth. Of course you can't do astrology. Astrology is ruled by Aquarius. That's an air sign. That's heaven. No, you can't have that. So no, the God of the Old Testament is not my God. The God of the burning bush is not my God. Sorry, people. That God of fire, here's his names. Ahura Mazda from the Persian. Molech from the Babylonian. Vulcan from the Latin. And that ever elusive Ea, Asher, Ea, I am, what or that I am. Fire, Aries, all the same God. 3 aspects, the Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. Desire, emotion, and power. And that they emotionally desire power. They're fire worshippers. And that's who's ruling this whole age of the mutable cross. They hijacked it. Just like they hijack everything. And poor Peter dying upside down. And I could care less about Peter dying. It's those that are following Peter that's the problem. Because they're the people in the pews. And they're the driving force. It's their Neptunes, their imaginations, their desires, their will that empowers that symbol. solar temple churches, or lunar temple churches, actually. The Vatican rules water. Europe rules water. A lot of people have come to me, well, so-and-so said Africa rules water. Bullshit. Show me where he gets his information, because I can prove that Europe has always ruled water. Europe and Asia, they play back and forth. In one age they're fire, and the other age they're water. They mixed. It's the battle of fire and ice. It's the Game of Thrones. They all want to play king, but guess what? None of them are king. Who's the king? Who's the true king? Who's the true lodge? The three-eyed raven. Boy, y'all hated that ending. I hate it for you, because it was the correct ending. Finally, they gave us the true ending to the story, and not the bullshit Disney happily ever after ending.